Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do our February 28th, just for today, in a meditation. The title of the meditation for today, The Greatest Gift. Our newly found faith serves as a firm foundation for courage in the future. That comes from our basic text, page 93. When we begin coming to meetings, we hear other addicts talking about the gifts they have received as a result of the program, things we never thought of as gifts before. One such gift is the renewed ability to feel the emotions we had deadened so long with drugs. It's not difficult to think of love, joy, and happiness as gifts, even if it's been a long time since we've felt them. But what about bad feelings like anger, sadness, fear, and loneliness? Such emotions can't be seen as gifts, we tell ourselves. After all, how can we be thankful for things we want to run from? We can become grateful for these emotions in our lives if we place them in their proper perspective. We need to remember that we've come to believe in a loving higher power, and we've asked that power to care for us, and our higher power doesn't make mistakes. The feelings we're given, good or bad, are given to us for a reason. With this in mind, we come to realize there are no bad feelings, only lessons to be learned. Our faith in our higher powers give us the courage we need to face whatever feelings may come up on a daily basis. As we heard earlier in recovery, your higher power won't give you more than you can handle in just one day. And the ability to feel our emotions is one of the greatest gifts of recovery. Just for today, I will try to welcome my feelings, firm in the belief that I have the courage to face whatever emotions may come up in my life. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you, God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Okay, so we're talking about the greatest gift. And the greatest gift in this meditation is being noted as the ability to feel our emotions. It's one of the greatest gifts because there's many great gifts in recovery. So I would have to say it is one of the greatest gifts. Another gift, I believe, is our power to be able to make choices today. I can't express to you the warmth that comes over me when I think about all of the things I said yes to in active addiction, and I really meant no. Or the things I might have said no to, and I really meant yes. But today, one of the greatest gifts that I have is not only to be able to feel my emotions, but be able to sort them out in the moment. Not always perfectly, granted, but I'm able to sort my emotions out in the moment, generally speaking. And what I mean by that is that something can take place and I not really like something about whatever just happened. And I not really understand or know exactly what doesn't feel right. But in that moment, I have the ability to still respond appropriately. And I also have the power, as a result of being clean today, having the ability to feel my emotions today, to say, let me get back to you. Let me think about that. And if I'm pressed to respond quickly, I try to accommodate the individual or the situation. But generally speaking, I'll just say, I'm not really sure if I can meet that deadline, but you know what? I'll give it my best shot. I really need to think about this. That's sorting out my emotions in the moment, right? I don't have to respond quickly to anything. I have the power today to take the time that I need to sort out my emotions and to make sure that when I say yes, I mean yes. And when I say no, I mean no. And when I say maybe, that's what I mean also. Recovery has been such a gift to me. You know, I often spoke about God, having a higher power, my beliefs compared to your beliefs. I was very religious. Narcotics Anonymous helped me sort out my understanding of a higher power. And I realized that the majority of the things that I had spouted off over the years, I didn't believe those things because I felt something different. I felt abandoned and rejected. And so I had an opportunity in Narcotics Anonymous working the steps with a sponsor, bingo, with the sponsor. Let's not leave that out. I had the ability to work those feelings out, to work that out. That was also one of the greatest gifts that I received in recovery, was an understanding of God, my higher power, and the right and responsibility to have a God of my own understanding, regardless to what you thought or anyone else. And to know that I didn't have to have debates. I didn't have to justify, rationalize. I didn't have to make anyone else understand my higher power because it was just for me. It had to work for me. That, I would say, folks, is actually the greatest gift. And then, of course, there's several. And this meditation is talking about that. How do we actually think of negative emotions or emotions we would say are negative, right? How are we able to say feelings like anger, sadness, and fear, and even loneliness are gifts today? I'll tell you how. When we have feelings, good or bad, says it right here, they are given to us for a reason. We come to realize, right, that there are no bad feelings, only lessons to be learned. You know, I know you're sitting there listening to this meditation and you're probably thinking, how is this lady, one, how is she up at 4:22 a.m.? I haven't been able to get up this early, I think, in a long time. But how is she up at this hour of the morning, speaking this positively about something that she know goodness well nobody considers as gifts? Anger, sadness, fear, and loneliness. I'll tell you how, because I have come to live this meditation. I have come to respect what it says. You know why? Because I have had so many bad feelings over the years, and even recently with my dad passing. Yeah. And today I look at them as gifts, because if they're touching me in a negative way, they're causing me to have feelings that I would call negative. I'm experiencing those for, I would believe, the sole purpose of giving me insight into whatever I'm involved in and giving me the courage to address what is happening so that I can come through it and be able to have the experience, having learned the lesson, the strength of having passed through it without picking up a drug or a behavior, and the hope that I will have a better tomorrow as a result of that experience. Now, don't ask me to repeat that because I can't. I don't even know where all that came from, but I do know one thing for sure. This meditation today, February 28th, is a 5-star. This is one of those meditations that I want to always remember. I want to always remember this meditation. In fact, while I'm here, this is what I mean by 5-star. That's something that I always want to remember, this meditation. And I hope that you feel the same. You know, my name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you. I'm going to move on to the other meditation here shortly. However, if you're about to take off for the rest of your day, can you do me a favor? It's just a small, teensy-weensy favor. Make it a beautiful day on purpose. Can you do that? Make it a beautiful day on purpose. And remember this meditation. Anytime something comes up during the course of the day that you feel is not beautiful, is causing ugly emotions, remember what tools you've been given and use that to get through those emotions, because you have the power of choice today. You don't have to pick up over anything today, and you don't have to agree to anything today. You have the power of choice. And I want for you to choose to have a beautiful day, whether you're having negative or positive emotions. You know why? Because you deserve it. All those years that you had self-degradation and you used drugs over feelings, emotions, stress, paralyzing fear, loneliness, rejection and abandonment, all those years, you dragged yourself through all of the horrors of active addiction. And here you are today, listening to a meditation being read by Mighty Stream. Come on now. In and of itself, you're a survivor. And you deserve something different. And the only way it's going to take place is if you make up your mind to let it take place. So that's what I mean when I say, do me a favor, have a beautiful day on purpose. Because if you don't do it for yourself, no one else will. And believe me, you deserve something different than what you've passed through. My name is Mighty Stream, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.